Welcome to the Vinyl Hustle, Friday, March 11th. Thank you for joining us. We've got a great show for you. We've got the Subterranean Boat Shows back with Dear Genre. They're going to do some record shopping here in the store, and you can hear some of his songs. We've also got for the bargain pick of the episode, Mr. David Sanborn, who's going to be performing at Jazz St. Louis later this month. But first, I'd like to talk about a recent addition to our charity autograph series from Gang of Four. Yes, legendary post-punk band Gang of Four from Leeds in the UK. The surviving two original members, Mr. John King and Hugo Burnham, they both signed their debut album, Entertainment. As you can hear it in the background, the song Ether. They also signed their second album, Solid Gold. That one came out in 1981. And the first one, Entertainment, came out in 79. They are on tour right now. They didn't make it to St. Louis, but they signed these records in Chicago at the Bottom Lounge way back on March 2nd. So pick up your copy of the first and second albums from Gang of Four, signed by original members John King and Hugo Burnham. Check it out at musicrecordshop.com. Now I'll hand it over to LC for the Subterranean Boat Show featuring Dear Genre.
Subterranean Boat Show. Chewing on another parliament with my back to the cold cement. Would you miss me? You think you'd ever kiss me? The way your lipstick shines, it's kinda like it almost draws the line between reality. Think you'd ever miss me?
Hello, everybody. My name is Andre Cataldo, and I play as Dear Genre. And
to feel my hands in the atmosphere.
What would you have me listen to today? What are you looking at?
man, I'm gonna start right here. I'm under the seas. I'm gonna pull out Courtney Barnett for you. She's an Australian artist.
Okay.
Who I've latched onto, I'd say, over the past year and a half. She's really known for being able to do like kind of a really genuine kind of a garage rock sound.
Okay.
And then her Australian side her accent is just like blistering.
Makes it more fun.
She doesn't try to cover it with her with like an English accent at all, so it makes it more fun.
Yeah. That's cool. How'd you get into her?
I think it was a lucky find on YouTube. I think it probably showed me this record or one similar to it.
The almighty algorithm.
The almighty algorithm, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It worked here. It doesn't sound like that.
Your fears. I want to take a stand, and I'll do it right here. I may have walked for days, or maybe years. I make my life's address, making sure it's sincere. If I travel alone, I purely fear I'll travel too deep. If I come out just bones, would you miss me? If my skin turned to dust, would the wind blow me away? Would you build a new house and paint it light gray?
Okay. Number 2 is Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Okay.
Give you guys a nice view here.
Okay. Tell me
I
more.
I found out about this band when I was just coming out of high school, which was coincidentally the same time as I was starting this project.
Okay.
You know, so I would say this record specifically has kind of seeped into my head over the years.
It had an influence.
Really huge influence. Like you flip it over in track 1. I think the single to this this album was "Funny Friends." It's with 2 F's. Funny and 2 F's
Funny.
instead of in
It's
front.
not funny, it's funny.
It's Funny Friends. Definitely the best song on the record. It inspired directly songs like the guitar sound on songs for me like Bonsai Tree.
Okay.
You know, kind of those ethereal guitar tones mixed with like kind of a, I don't know if you'd call it a psych or a synth. It's kind of like synthy, you know.
Yeah, Sethi.
Sometimes the guitar on this record will sound like he's actually playing a synthesizer, or
That's real cool.
you know,
Yeah.
and just gets your senses
So it's like
confused.
progressive almost.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
a
that's
little
cool. I'll definitely check it out, dude.
bit. Again, very garage rock oriented
Yeah.
record.
Nice.
It's kind of a
I see a
theme.
theme here.
It's a theme, yeah.
Okay.
You can count on it.
Okay,
All right,
what's
we're gonna go
number
over
3?
Bargain pick of the episode, and we've got a great one for you. The legendary smooth jazz, free jazz saxophonist, Mr. David Sanborn. Somebody traded in a bunch of his albums recently. This is the only one that made it into the dollar bin. It's Hideaway. David Sanborn was born in Tampa but grew up in Kirkwood, Missouri, just the suburb of St. Louis. He is described as some, including critic Scott Yanow, as the most influential saxophonist on pop, R&B, and crossover players of the past 20 years. He's often identified with radio-friendly smooth jazz, maybe elevator jazz like they say, but he has expressed a disinclination for that genre and considers himself more of a free jazz musician. Like I said, he grew up here in St. Louis. He suffered from polio for 8 years in his youth. He began playing saxophone because of this. His doctor wanted him to strengthen his weakened chest muscles and improve his breathing, so they recommended he play saxophone instead of studying piano. And that's how he got started. He performed with blues musicians like Albert King and Little Milton at the age of 14. Both of those blues musicians were regulars in the St. Louis blues scene. And then he continued playing with Paul Butterfield Blues Band in 1967 and even played with them at Woodstock, at the Woodstock Music Festival in 1969. If I'm doing my math right, he was probably like 19 or 20 years old when he played at Woodstock, this little saxophonist from St. Louis at the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. And then in 2004, he was inducted right here into the St. Louis Walk of Fame. Now this album, Hideaway, is the 5th studio album by David Sanborn. It's produced by Michael Kalina, and it's got 2 songs with Michael McDonald, another St. Louis musician. Those songs are Anything You Want and the last track on the album, Again and Again. And later releases, which this one is, came out in 1980, a year after they recorded the album. Later releases added the Seduction, which was the love theme from the movie American Gigolo. So that's on here too. I mentioned earlier that someone traded in a bunch of his records, so I wanted to show you some that didn't make it in the dollar bin. This is his first album, Taking Off. It was released in 1975. This one is his second album, self-titled. It came out in 1976. It has a song, I Do It For Your Love, that was written by Paul Simon. And then this one is David Sanborn and Bob James. It's Double Vision, came out in 1986. Of course, Bob James, one of the most sampled jazz musicians of all time. But what I thought was the cut on the album we are featuring, which is Hideaway, was a little track on the B-side called Creeper. One more little tidbit before I leave you. David Sanborn will be playing right up the street in Grand Center at Jazz St. Louis later this month, March 23rd through the 26th. Tickets are still available, so go check it out and see one of the greatest jazz legends to come from the city of St. Louis. Alright, I'm going to leave you with Creeper. If you like what you saw today, please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. We'll see you at the record store and next time on The Vinyl Hustle.